To defeat an enemy, you must know them. Not just their battle tactics, but their history, philosophy, art. Welcome to the Chiss Ascendancy podcast.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to
The Chiss Ascendancy.
It's episode 54, and we're doing something a little bit different this week. We decided to do a Star Wars version of Would You Rather. I don't know about you guys, but growing up, anytime I was hanging out with my friends, whether it was just for lunch or it was a bunch of friends staying the night or a party or whatever it was, eventually there's at least a few rounds of Would You Rather.
Wasn't that inevitable for you guys?
Oh, dude, all the time. You know Caleb.
Yeah, that's fair.
Just all the time. And it's a fun game that doesn't cost anything, you know? When you're
For free?
when you spend all your money on Bonfire Wings, you got to find some free entertainment.
Gotta get those boudin balls.
But first, before we get into the nitty gritty, we have some fan mail.
Oh, do we?
Yeah. This is from our buddy Jared Grigg. And we want to send our thoughts and prayers out because Jared's dealing with COVID.
Poor guy.
And so he's about 5 or 6 days into it. So
It's rough. Some people aren't cut out for it. Hopefully he's a hermit.
he said he'll see the world in 12 days. So he's fully committed to the whole
Good.
2-week stay.
I have one friend who was exposed, and she was like going bonkers 12 hours into it. And I was like, you just need to relax, dude. You're here
my
as long as you're
my
here.
sister-in-law was she had called my wife, and she was like pretty upset and kind of emotional, like I'm not cut out for this and this and this and this. And I was looking around at my wife and my 2 kids and my 2 full-time jobs that I work, and I was like, I could do this. I could do it. So, anyways, thoughts and prayers out to Jared. Hopefully you're feeling better, buddy. He sent...
Oh, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
No. So he was at a kind of like a flea market the other day, and he said,
La
"Hey,"
Estrella
he was like, "Hey,
flea
I got
market?
you something."
Off
No,
of 59 South?
he lives in Dallas. And I said, "Oh, what'd you get?" And he sent me a picture of. You guys know I talked about the Star Wars cards a few weeks ago.
Oh, my God.
So he bought me. It's literally tearing at the seams. It's so many Star Wars cards.
That's a lot.
There's some pretty cool stuff. There's some Jango Fett's in here. It's funny because Star Wars cards, it could be anything. Like there's one in here that says a Rebel Trench.
I think part of it was the location.
You can sell a ditch if it has Star Wars on it. That's how lucrative Star Wars is. But that's really cool. And then another thing that he sent was actually some artwork that he did. And so he put it in this handy dandy.
Oh, thank God. I've let us all down. I forgot to grab my pocket knife as I was headed out the door, so
That's all right.
I would have been useless today.
So he's something of an artist. And there's another fandom that me and Samuel share. It's
Fifo Goes West.
the Redwall book series.
But American Tail.
But yeah, American Tail. I actually looked and see if I could find it today, but I couldn't. But
Nowhere?
I asked him, not the whole. I was trying to watch Fifo Goes West itself. But I asked him, would he draw me and Samuel as a badger and a fighting hare from the Redwall book series? And it even has the Latin transcription for our family crest. So that's pretty cool. Nice. So there's me as a short and stocky badger and Samuel as a fighting hare. Look at your cool rope gloves.
Yeah. I'm all about those rope gloves, even in UFC.
Really, really cool. So thank you, Jared. We appreciate it. And if any of you...
better, friend.
Yeah, hope you feel better. And if any other friends want to send us free stuff, by all means. I'll give you my address. But anyways, so let's move right on into it. What we've done is we've got over 40 questions to handle here, and we're going to have to just freaking fly through them. But Adam's going to read them, kind of same as last week episode, and we'll go from there. Cool. Samuel will be humming Take On Me throughout the duration of this episode. So if you're not a fan of that one, then sign off. And if you are a fan, then you can just do this.
Yeah.
And then Adam, if you want to like yell over there, that way everybody can hear it. It was kind of a little bit.
Y'all can hear me just fine.
Yeah, it was a little low last week, but it worked out. Cool. I'll do this number. All right. Ready?
Y'all ready to go?
Yep, let's do it.
First one. Would you rather wrestle a Rathtar or bathe a Bantha?
Bantha.
Yeah, Rathars are... It's just like a rolling toddler of teeth.
Have you ever seen those like tumors that start to turn into their own person? They got like teeth and stuff. That's like a Rathtar.
Ooh, yeah. There was a guy I knew one time that he had a huge calcium deposit on his neck right here. And he ended up being a cool guy, but at first he didn't make a very good first impression. And so we would make fun of him. We'd be like, he was dating this girl, and we'd walk up and we'd be like, kiss her, like the lump was talking.
We had an English teacher that had a growth on the back of her head, and we named it Frank so that we could talk about it in front of her, and she wouldn't know what we were talking about.
Yeah, like, Frank's looking extra large today. But I would agree. I would say bathe the Bantha. I was jealous of the Tuscan that got to brush that Bantha's teeth with his gaffy stick. So
yeah, I feel like that's like 10 out of 10 the easier thing to do.
Yeah, but I bet you they do stink.
Yeah, I'm sure it's terrible.
But I'm sure Rathars stink and want to eat you.
But your chances of living much higher.
Much higher. All right. Would you rather use the restroom in Jabba's palace or Mos Eisley spaceport?
Your chances of an STD are significantly lower in the spaceport.
It's still high. Very high.
It's high, but it's not people snorting space dust in Jabba's palace bathroom.
Yeah, they be doing spice up in there, bro.
Mm-hmm. You go in there, and it's just two Gamorreans, and they want to know if you want a bump or if you want a bump.
Want a wonga?
So I'm definitely, I'm not wanting a wonga anytime soon. I'm going to...
No wanna wonga. No wanna wonga.
I'm going to take the Browns to the Super Bowl at the Mos Eisley Spaceport.
Yeah, I feel like you can find a secluded corner.
Or you could just go in the street, I feel like, on Tatooine. It's basically San Francisco. Just go wherever. If you're from San Francisco, look outside. It's not true.
Would you rather eat a tauntaun or a wampa?
I would rather eat a tauntaun.
I would rather eat a tauntaun because here on Earth, the prey animals are always tastier than predator animals tend to be gamey.
Also, biologically speaking, you're going to get more nutrients from a herbivore than you will from a predator.
Mm-hmm. And they're...
nutrients.
They're... I don't know if they're larger, but they seem to have more meat on them. You know?
They do.
I remember the wampas being disappointingly small when we looked up their actual size.
Yeah, Loth Wolf wins that fight 10 out of 10. We found that out.
I agree.
All right. Would you rather be a youngling or a Tusken Raider defending yourself against Anakin Skywalker?
Yeah.
I forgot to send this one. Oh my God.
It's I don't know. I guess.
Hey, you know what? I'll say this.
I guess the youngling.
There are no records of any younglings surviving, and there are records of Tuskens surviving. So I will say Tuskens.
I'll take my chances a youngling. I'd be a clever youngling, and I'd run away.
Then again, the Tusken that survived went and told a neighboring town of Tuskens, and they sacrificed him alive to the Lord Darth Vader, their new god. So, God, it's a lose-lose.
Yeah.
I guess Tusken, there's more ways to escape. Like it's harder to escape out of the Jedi Temple because there's actual doorways and stuff. I feel like Tatooine is just a wide open sandbox, so you can just
jump out the window straight up.
All right.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Can we talk about how terrible Samuel L. Jackson's yelling acting is? That was way better than what we got. He is the traitor.
It's hard to keep your balance on a windowsill, I assume. You're about to lose your hand.
He didn't know that.
It's a tough moment.
Would you rather be Jar Jar stuck in Obi-Wan's body or Obi-Wan stuck in Jar Jar's body?
I'd rather be Obi-Wan stuck in Jar Jar's body because
at least mentally you're still Obi-Wan.
You still have the Force, and Gungans are naturally much more athletic than humans.
Yeah, I guess so.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, don't act like you guys at home didn't pretend you were Jar Jar jumping into the pool when 1999 rolled around. Because I know me and all my friends were like, ooh, trying to we thought we were jumping to a triple flip, but
I'd rather be Obi-Wan in Jar Jar's body, I think.
yeah, you just be a clumsy human if you were Jar Jar in Obi-Wan's body.
Yep.
Would you rather be a separatist or an Imperial?
Imperial, for sure. 10 out of 10.
Yeah, there's not really that much to like about the Separatists. And
There was literally 2 people in the entire CIS that actually knew what was going on.
right. Well,
then
and
the one that lived became the Empire. So, Empire.
well, yeah, and there's episodes of the Clone Wars where they try to make it seem like there's good people on both sides, but I assume you mean someone of worth in either thing, and so again, I'm gonna say Empire.
Well, and the thing about the Separatists is even the ones that have a good heart are still pawns. So, bump that.
And if you're even close to sniffing the truth, you're gonna be killed on Mustafar. So I'll say Imperial.
Empire for sure.
Would you rather have to fight a Rancor or fall down the Sarlacc pit?
Fight a
Fighter
Rancor.
Rancor.
I feel like if Mark Hamill can throw a skull left-handed onto the padlock and kill that thing, I've got a chance.
I feel like they're pretty dumb.
Is he left-handed, or do you think they flipped that screen?
They might have flipped it.
Because everything else he does is right-handed.
Yeah.
You ever notice that?
I don't think I did.
He throws that
He's
skull.
probably still getting used to it.
He throws that skull left-handed when he smushes Rush Limbaugh, the Rancor. You guys ever seen that?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Rush Limbaugh.
All right. Would you rather have a love affair as a Sith or as a Jedi?
It's not really a love affair if you're a Sith. There's no rules.
I would rather, if I have to have a secret relationship, I'd rather have a secret relationship as a Jedi because I don't think other Jedi will kill my secret lover as a one-up on me.
Yeah, also I feel like I wouldn't have to sacrifice that affair as tribute to the dark side.
Yeah,
a la Darth Malak.
Malgus. I'm specifically
I always
thinking
get
of
those two mixed up. I know them in my head, like I can see their faces.
Yeah. Well, they also sound exactly the same, and they both look pretty much the same. Yeah, I think about Malgus, and I think about I needed full access to the dark side.
Yeah, he didn't like that he had a weakness, and so he killed the girl he loved.
Yeah. Literally the opposite of Anakin, and it turned out better.
It did turn out. That's what's so sad about it, is it really did.
Okay, yeah, Jedi.
Yeah.
I feel like the Jedi would be like, no, don't you be doing that. And then I'd pull the whole Rail Avros and be like, the Force doesn't say I can't get laid.
I can't get laid.
The first time I heard that, I was like,
Wow.
who's this guy?
Nice.
Space Clint Eastwood.
Here we go.
Would you rather get digested by the space asteroid worm or by the Sarlacc pit?
Space asteroid worm, because he would adapt his innards to make it livable for me because he wants friends.
Correct. So from a certain point of view, we find out that the space slugs, which are known as
Something Gorth?
exogorths.
Exogorth.
Thank you. They crave some type of companionship. And when Han and Leia and the Falcon and all those things were inside of the exogorth from Empire Strikes Back, the exogorth is actually trying to, I don't know how they do it, but he's trying to create livable oxygen for inside of himself so that they can live in there.
There's some sort of sentient control over its internal workings, and so it made its body produce oxygen.
They're kind of godlike because they had been
incredible.
around for like
Yeah,
millennials.
They live forever.
Millenniums.
Millennia.
Millennias. So, yeah.
Exogorth for sure.
Sarlacc, it's you either somehow stay alive for 1,000 years or die of dehydration pretty much
3 days.
immediately. So, yeah, I'll take Exogorth.
All right. Would you rather pod race or swoop bike race?
Pod race or swoop bike race? I feel like pod race is like there's a 60% chance you die.
Yeah, I would say if it's for the
Is
thrill,
it on Mustafar?
for the thrill, I would take pod racing. But if I'm trying to live, I would say
I'd do
swoop bike.
I'd take swoop bike.
And there's not enough love for swoop bikes, I feel. More swoop bike.
Would you rather fight Bosk to the death or marry Gengar?
And I asked the sender, and they said it includes all the facets of marriage.
Bosk. I'll die. I know I'll die, but at least I'll go out on my own terms.
I texted the guy back and said, "Do I get a pulse rifle like the Mandalorian has?" And he was like, I'm not going to answer that.
Is it hand to hand or?
You mean hand to claw? Yeah, I would say I would
If it's
just...
hand to hand, I'm screwed. But if I have weapons, I might stand a chance. So I'll take Bosk.
You know who could probably beat Bosk hand to hand? Khabib. Yeah, I would say I'm not trying to do any favors for Dengar.
Yeah, I also have read about Bosk single-handedly taking out like 5 Wookiees in hand to hand. So I really know I don't stand a chance. But
Yeah, if it's not going to be a fair fight, so I'm going to try to hide a blaster and shoot him.
yeah, I'm gonna fight him with this.
I'll try it.
All right, here's a good one. Would you rather fly the Millennium Falcon or Slave One?
Slave 1 on the contingency that I get to drop a seismic charge.
Oh, that is a good point. And thanks to the Mandalorian, we know that has a cool disco ball inside gyroscope thing.
Yeah,
I would just
very cool.
stand there and put on autopilot to just do this, and I'll be like, whoa, how crazy is that? Yeah, I would say Slave 1 because I'm also loyal to Boba. And like you said, the Millennium Falcon does not have seismic
I would rather
charges.
own the Millennium Falcon if I was like a good mechanic, because that thing always be falling apart. But if it's
That's a very good point.
If it's a one-off, I would take Slave 1 just because of the seismic charge. Imagine the power,
I would agree with that. As
the
well.
feeling of power. Unlimited power.
All right. Would you rather be Jabba's host slave or have the Cantina song play everywhere you go like
Yes.
a black cloud hanging over
Yes,
you?
that one.
You know,
The Cantina song like a black cloud.
I would like... I think I would already like having the Cantina playing behind me at all times.
Yeah, I could get used to that.
This is the guy that plays one song on repeat for hours on end while he's playing games online. So I already know that's right up your alley.
I don't like to do that for my own sake. I do it to piss off the enemy.
Yeah, but I'm
And
saying...
by one song, he means Fireflies by Owl City. And I'll play it on repeat the whole time. I'm playing multiplayer.
Yeah, if I have to be the...
Or I'll play a playlist of bagpipe hymns.
If I have to be the slave, like, till I die, or he throws me to the Rancor, it's just... It's either he likes me and I'm in that
no.
terrible outfit for forever. I'm going with Cantina Band over me at all times.
Yeah.
I do not want a Wunga.
All right. Plethora of porgs as pets.
Yep.
Or Geonosian as your in-laws.
No, Porg's 10 out of 10.
Geonosians are maybe my least favorite
disgusting.
thing about Star Wars.
They are disgusting.
And I feel like they would be so, like... Okay,
Here's the other thing.
not my in-laws, but in-laws in general are supposed to be kind of naggy. And imagine someone being naggy and also...
The other thing, somebody didn't think this far ahead, but if Geonosians are your in-laws, that means you're married to a Geonosian. And that's a no-go for me there, Chief.
Maybe they adopted a hot Alderaanian girl.
Fat chance. I'm going to go with the Porgs.
Also, if you get annoyed of the porgs, you
just
can eat
roast
them. Yeah.
Yeah, soft high five.
All right. Would you rather be hunted by Bosk or Ventress?
There's
feel
a
like-
very slim chance I can seduce Ventress, so
That's so funny.
I think I'll go with that one.
I think that, yeah, and even if Ventress is like, no, I'm going to kill you no matter what, I don't think it's by biting me to death.
Yeah, no, I'd rather go out at Ventress's hand. I think she's just gonna kill me.
Yeah. And I think that I know she's a Force user, but I think I could beat her in a fight before I could beat Bosk in a fight.
Worst case scenario, I can have a weird flirty relationship with her like Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Maybe run away.
Who were we? Lost on Tatooine. Would you rather be picked up by Sand People or Jawas?
Jawas.
Yeah, the chances of me being adopted into the Sand People as a white male are low. They would see me as a threat because I look like moisture thieves.
Yeah, I think the Jawas can at least be reasoned with.
Yeah, maybe I can convince them to knock the ceiling out of one of their rooms.
Yeah, I could just deal with them like Moff Gideon, you know. The only guarantee I give is this. I will act in my own self-interest. And that's the Jawas.
Chicken anyone?
I can work with that.
It's funny.
All right. Would you rather eat one of Jabba's frog things or drink the milk Luke harvests from the gross walrus lady in The Last Jedi?
Walrus milk.
What if you have to drink it straight from the Utz?
Not a problem. I'm not gonna eat that frog, dude.
100.
He's like, 1 is the loneliest number.
It seemed to treat Luke all right. Oh,
Okay, so
I'll get down
here's
to
the
that.
thing. You know when he takes a drink and he goes like this? He goes... And it's like I can't tell if he's just making a mean face at Rey because she's annoying him, or if he's like, God, that's rough. You know? It's
what I'm
still
talking
not
about?
a live...
Adam gets it for sure.
It's still not a live
That was
frog.
Dumb and Dumber.
All right. Would you rather
When he drinks that
displease
pee.
Vader or Snoke?
Run that back.
Would you rather displease Vader or Snoke?
I'm gonna die for sure if I displease Vader, so I'm gonna go with Snoke. Because I see Hux and or Kylo drop the ball a couple times and they get a pretty bad wrist slap, but they survive.
That's true. Snoke is more powerful, probably, but he's also more lenient.
Do you think Snoke could take Vader and fight?
He's a DNA strand cast of Palpatine himself.
No, Baby Yoda.
He's definitely a strand cast of Palpatine. Also, have you ever seen anyone bounce past Sith lightning before? Because Snoke did it. He was like, "Hey, your shoes untied." Zaza! Vader is very, very, very endangered when it comes to lightning, and it seems like Snoke is very, very strong with lightning. Also, are we talking? Snoke seems freaking powerful, and he's battered and broken. So I guarantee you, if Snoke was in his prime, he could beat Vader. That's just my thought.
I don't know. I'm thinking about Vader from like Legends and comics and stuff like that. I think.
Well,
Vader
what are
would
we
take it.
doing here? That's
No,
not
I mean
fair.
because you don't get a good sampling of Vader in the movies. That's a fact.
Rogue One.
Yeah, and it was bad to the bone.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
But my point is, we never get to see what he's actually capable of from the film, so you kind of have to pull from extracurricular material.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, it's kind of. I'm kind of having the same thought about Snoke. We hear way more about his potential than we actually see him do.
I still vote Vader. Anyway, yeah, I'd rather just play Snoke.
Me too.
Would you rather marry Jar Jar or wrestle a Rancor?
Rancor. I'll die, but it'll be it'll be fast. It'll be over quickly.
Is it one of those weird relationships where people get married but they never do anything physically? Mm-mm. Or is it like
No,
the
it's
full
the Dengar.
the Dengar
The
treatment?
full Dengar.
Full Dengar.
I don't even know what he's got going on.
You gotta
And-
roll the dice.
And I am heterosexual, and is that some form of a bestiality? He's not an animal, but he's not a human. That's strange. Yeah,
Ability to speak does not make you intelligent.
yeah, I gotta go with Rancor.
Rancor for sure.
Again, I've got that left-handed skull throw, and I'm wrestling. Maybe it's kind of like it's a sparring match. The Rancor's holding back.
Yeah, I'm not feeling that.
Fighting and wrestling feels two different words. You know what I mean?
Would you rather gamble against Lando or Han?
Han, because I think Lando's going to cheat more quickly than Han would. Also, there's a better chance that Han won't make a deal with the Empire, and I'll end up at a dinner table with Vader. So I'm gonna go Han on.
Are you
this
kidding me? He had no choice. I don't know. I feel like Han is more honorable, but he's also more lucky than Lando.
one. I'll take Han. Talking about the owner of the Lady Luck there, champ.
I
The
would.
name of Lando's ship.
Well, hang on.
or
If I
ship in
can,
Legends.
if it's no cheating involved, I'd rather play Lando because Han's certifiably lucky. But if there is cheating involved and I
There
can't
will be
prove
cheating
it,
involved.
then I have to go with Han because Lando's for sure gonna cheat.
Yeah, Lando's a cheaty boy.
Would you rather kiss a Wookiee or fight a Mandalorian?
I kiss the book. I can brush my teeth. I can't brush my dead corpse back to life.
If it's Casca Reeves, I'd fight a Mandalorian because I'm not intimidated by her in the slightest. And I'm pissed off that Boba Fett didn't kill her in The Mandalorian. That would have been freaking raw. If he was like, pow. I'll kiss a Wookiee, I guess.
Would you rather be Jedi or Sith?
What are the...
If it's like
That's
Groundhog Day and I don't have to feel the lasting,
Would you rather be Jedi or Sith?
The Jedi have so many rules, but the Sith, they all look like cancer after like 6 months.
But the power.
That's so funny. I feel like even if I was a Jedi, I'd turn into Titan from Megamind and have like a stash of fat cash and be like, I don't know where I got it from.
We don't choose the light because it's more powerful. We choose the light because it's the light.
I would probably say Jedi just
That's
because
what Jonathan Davis's Qui-Gon sounds like.
that's pretty good. Friends are such a big part of my life. I mean, look what we're doing right here.
Sith.
So I feel like Sith, you can't really have friends.
Yeah, you can have friends.
No.
You can call them your friends. You know they're not friends.
Yeah, and
Make them your friends.
Lando can be your friend too.
Yeah.
I'd be Sith.
I think Sith is easier, more seductive, not more powerful. That's the thing is you're coming from a stance that the dark side is more powerful. That's what you're thinking.
Isn't it though?
Nope.
Yeah, I think it is. You're
All the-
coming from a guy that's been drinking the Kool-Aid of the light side for 900 years. Of course he's going to say that.
All the Jedi did defeat all the Sith at the end of the Skywalker saga. Space base and all.
But if I was a Sith, that wouldn't happen. Just saying.
Sith would be pretty cool.
He didn't even try to hit her with the...
If I did not already have...
Homeboy didn't even stand up.
Okay, if I was just single and I didn't have any family, then I would choose Sith. But
If you were a Jedi, you would be single and you would have no family.
yeah, but I could be Coyote-Mundi and procreating to save my species.
Doesn't mean you can't get laid.
So yeah,
One of the
frick,
most iconic
whatever.
lines from the
Sith, Sith it is.
Be a bounty hunter or clone trooper?
book. Bounty hunter.
Bounty hunter, 10 times out of 10.
Yeah.
At least I die by my own choice.
Yeah, clones, they also don't live as long.
Yeah, the accelerated aging thing would suck. That's why I'm
Yeah, and you're
like,
taking orders from fools like Pong Krell. Get out of here.
yeah. I mean, yeah. Imagine
Take my
your
chances
Rex.
with Dengar.
Imagine your Rex, and then 2008, frickin' Ahsoka Tano hits screens everywhere and says, "So I guess I technically outrank you." I'd be like, technically. Yeah, so I definitely want to be a bounty hunter. Because you can say things like, "It was a nice hat.
Wow, that's a nice hat.
It cost you double."
Cost you triple, Drew Caton.
Lucas, we're out here doing voices, so anytime you guys want to hire, I do a pretty mean Cad Bane.
Without knowing the final outcome, would you rather have joined the Empire or the Rebellion?
Probably Rebellion, just because the Empire, I feel like you're more likely to get killed by friendly fire.
I just don't like the idea that I have to start as a stormtrooper.
You know what's weird is that in old Legends material, Stormtrooper was like a prestigious rank. Like there were regular troopers, and then like if it was a bunch of Stormtroopers, that was a big bad deal.
That's true.
But yeah, I
say,
feel like the road to promotion is more fraught with death. You just have to like kill one Death Star, and then you're already a general. In the Rebellion.
Yeah, that's true. I feel like in the Rebellion, you're like, "Hey, watch this. Watch this." Oh, and they're like, "Give him a ship.
Yeah.
Give him a ship." Oh, yeah, Luke showed up, and upon Biggs' recommendation was in the Death Star raid. Imagine being someone who was like, "My parents were killed by stormtroopers, and I came here, and I had to kill the local sheriff to get out of town, and yada, yada, yada." And they're like, "Wow, Biggs says this guy's cool."
Yeah, literally a week before that, the kid was getting his underwear in a knot because he wanted to go to Toshu Station to get them power converters. Mm-hmm. Like a week. Maybe less.
Speaking of, would you rather be a moisture farmer or scrapyard dealer?
Scrapyard dealer, 10 times out of 10.
Moisture farmers have a crap life, don't want it.
Yeah, they have a crappy
Plus, you
life.
can be anywhere as a scrap dealer.
They look like death. If you look at
One cold top bullshit.
if you look at Uncle Owen and Amberu and Obi-Wan Kenobi at the end of Revenge of the Sith, we're like, wow, look at these three hot human beings.
They're a little overdone.
And then Oh my god. Yeah, you know what really burns my biscuits and my aunt and uncle?
The
Empire. Yeah, the Tatooine double suns. Whew.
Man, Aunt Beru's cooking finally did them in.
What if it wasn't even the Empire?
It just had a fire in the kitchen.
Dude, what if freaking
Obi-Wan's like, I see a chance. Go, Sanu. It's me.
looks like the Empire finally burnt your aunt and uncle.
This wasn't Jawas. No.
Dude, yeah.
Empire.
What if
Last point's too accurate for sand people.
What if Beru is sick of Owen's bullcrap? If you look in, like, I don't remember if I think it's Attack of the Clones, he talks about painting the inside of their kitchen. And then
Yeah, it's the
in A
same
New
paint-
Hope,
it's the
it
same
hasn't been
color.
painted yet. And she's like, you know what? She realizes it's a mistake.
Burn it down. Next question.
Dude, imagine it's so hot. That Tuscan,
It was probably the same temperature while they were on fire.
that swamp nether region has to be rough. 2 sands, double the gooch sweat.
I feel like living on Tatooine would just be existing in moisture wicking technology, though.
Dude.
I'm
don't
farming
know.
some moisture right now.
Drink this.
Every time with you in the drinks.
Jeez.
God bless. Is nothing sacred anymore? This guy's useless. Never sit next to him in an open drink.
Just throw me that shirt back there.
Well, while we do that, would you rather be Thrawn or Tarkin?
Thrawn. Wipe me.
I'd rather be...
That was the crappiest wipe I've ever received.
You were holding your hand so weird.
Because it's wet.
I think I would rather be Tarkin. Because
Oh.
Thrawn is so, like, despised by his own people, it feels like. It just feels like he can't win for losing. Like, no matter what, everybody hates Thrawn. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like him better, but I feel like Tarkin's time was probably more fun.
I'd rather be Thrawn. Well, I keep talking. I'll be right back. I'm going to go rinse my wrist.
All right, go ahead.
Where were we at? Sorry.
Tarkin or Thrawn?
Would you rather have a lightsaber duel on Hoth or Mustafar?
Oh my gosh. I think that Samuel says Hoth, if you didn't hear him. It depends on who I am, I guess. If I'm Anakin, Hoth. I feel like, dude, either one of those places, I guess technically you could. I feel like if you lose a lightsaber battle on Hoth and you get knocked out or whatever, you could freeze to death almost instantly. Sure. But on Mustafar, it would be a hot tamale, but you could survive. Anakin was burned alive and lived long enough for the Emperor to get there from Coruscant. So I feel like Mustafar you could survive if you lost. Hoth was
I feel like
pretty
you're
rough.
underestimating the fact that he just was holding himself together by sheer force of will, though.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like Hoth is so freaking cold.
Yeah, but if it's the daytime, it's survivable, I think.
Yeah.
Plus,
guess
I'm
there's-
just picking lightsaber battle because if you lose, you're going to lose. But
Yeah.
I think the terrain would be less of a problem.
That's true. If you're on Hoth, and especially if it's during the day and you're on one of those like flat fields, your chances of dying because you fell into lava are 0. Yeah, I guess Hoth. But if it's nighttime, I'm switching to Mustafar.
What if you're a Wampa?
If I'm a Wampa and I have a lightsaber, everybody just get out of the way.
Just taking over the galaxy.
Would you rather drive a sand crawler for life or Luke's land speeder for a day?
That's like not even a... Was that supposed to be difficult? Luke's land speeder for a day. Yeah, no problem. And then I go on about my business.
You know what? If they make it human-sized, I'm going Sandcrawler.
Sandcrawler as is.
Well, you know what? I think I could drive sitting down. Just get one of those cool Middle Eastern dining cushions, you know?
What?
They all sit down when they're eating instead of in a chair.
That would be Japan.
I'm thinking about Ben-Hur. They definitely are leaning. I would say Sandcrawler, because I think they there's tons of storage.
Yeah, but you're in there for life. That's the important part.
Yeah, you have a dependable vehicle. It's guaranteed to work for life, according to this theory.
Yeah, but like that's your life is the Sandcrawler.
No, I can get out and go to hang out with my friends. It's not. I don't have to live in there. It's just, would you like to drive?
Is that just your vehicle?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, then what's the deal about just a day then for the land speeder?
It said, would you rather drive a Sandcrawler for life or Luke's land speeder for a day?
So then, how does that work?
After the day's over with, you walk. So would you rather walk or would you be...
I think it's you get the vehicle of... I mean, you don't get the vehicle of your choice. You're not like, I'll take a Star Destroyer. But I think it's just like, it's whatever your lot in life is. But you can only ever own, like, as far as on-terrain travel, I'm sure you can go to the spaceport. But, like, if you're living at whatever planet you're living on, your only transportation on that planet is the Sandcrawler.
I'm still going land speeder. I don't care. I'll just have some sick quads. I could not survive that.
No?
Sandcrawler. No.
I'm doing it. I'm trying it. Sandcrawler. And I think they cover more ground than we give them credit for.
Yeah, more crappy ground.
They definitely get around. It didn't say on Tatooine.
That's pretty much what we know.
Could be Sandcrawler on the beaches of Hawaii.
Would you rather fly an X-Wing, Y-Wing, A-Wing, or U-Wing fighter in a space battle?
I think A-Wing is the fastest, but I
Yes.
think X-Wing is the most versatile, and if things go wrong, I think it's the most well-equipped for getting out of there.
Trick question. You should have put B-Wing. That wasn't one of the options.
Yeah.
I would say A-Wing is faster for sure, but I don't think they have nearly the weaponry or shielding.
Yeah, I'm going to go X-Wing.
U-Wing is cool, but I don't think they're very space versatile.
They are dope.
They are cool, but I think they're kind of like aren't they kind of a gunship?
It's a transport gunship.
Yeah, no, I'm going to go X-Wing on that.
I'll go with
Okay.
X-Wing as well. Y-Wing is pretty cool, but it's kind of
They're slow.
slow.
They're meant for bombing and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's a bomber.
What's
So-
that ship that Rose's sister died in? What was that called?
B-Wing?
A what?
It's a B-Wing.
Is it a B-Wing?
Yeah.
It doesn't look like the B-Wing.
No,
that I
no, no,
remember.
no, no. Resistance bomber is what Rose's
Okay.
sister dies in.
Okay, I was like,
That's when everybody was like, "What do you mean? There's freaking is there gravity? Why are the bombs working?" And it's like, no, there's a contained atmosphere in the ship, and once you're in space, once something's in motion, it's going to stay in motion. You see how that works? X-Wing. Next.
Would you rather live in the prequels, the original trilogy, or the sequels?
I feel like the world's my oyster in the sequel trilogy.
Really?
Yeah, I just got to stay out of the Senate.
You mean prequel?
No.
Oh, you mean from Hosnian Prime? That's really funny.
Just freaking all the planets that are important are going to get blown up.
Well, okay. I guess, and it's kind of picky, but if I'm like in my 30s and I'm going to die like at the height of the Clone War, I would take prequel.
I would only take prequel if I got to live on Alderaan, because that was supposed to be like the best of all the worlds.
It is pretty nice. I think original trilogy, it's like frickin' just war everywhere. The sequel trilogy, the First Order takes over everything, it feels like. I feel like the prequel trilogy is the nicest life you can live because crap hasn't hit the fan yet.
I guess technically the High Republic would be a prequel trilogy, but there's a bunch of stuff going on in there too.
I think they just mean in that era of... I'll take prequels.
I would say prequels as well.
I just feel like there's more I can do in sequel trilogy.
Yeah, but by the beginning of episode 9, they say that the First Order has like an iron grip on pretty much the whole galaxy.
Yeah.
Would you rather live amongst Gungans or Gamorreans?
That is a good question.
Wow.
I would say
Gungans.
I would say Gungans because Jar Jar is a little over the top, but
they hate him too. So that
he's
gives
over the
me
top
hope.
for them as well. Yeah, I can hang out with Captain Tarpals. Gamorreans just seem gross.
Yeah, I can't even imagine the smell.
All right. Would you rather Ahsoka never existed or Jar Jar have been main character of all 3 prequels?
I think I can go with Ahsoka having never existed. Because I am not on the Ahsoka fan train. I mean, I like her as a character, but a lot of people are just like all about Ahsoka, and I'm not. So I could lose her if I didn't have to watch Jar Jar for all 3 movies.
Not to save Ahsoka, but just to see Jar Jar get his time in the light, I'll choose Jar Jar as one of the main cast members for episodes 1, 2, and 3.
It says one of or the
No,
the main character.
I'm still taking Jar Jar.
No thanks.
Because of Obi-Wan.
Would you rather...
Misa breaking you hot.
No, it's because I'm so in love with you.
Squeeze me.
Me needs him.
Squeeze you.
Yes, I will take Jar Jar for 600, please.
Would you rather Jar Jar live in your house or have Rose as your wife till death?
Both are till death. Oh, I'm having roommate Jar Jar for show. I have a wife. I can't have 2. You see?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Jar Jar on that one.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I feel like, okay, listen, I'm not for bullying Kelly Marie Tran, but Rose's character really was annoying.
I can't,
in my opinion,
stand the character.
And she seems to complain about everything, and she says things like, "I just want to run my fist through this whole lousy, beautiful town," and I can't abide that. You can't
Also,
go on vacation.
She's gonna drag me all the way around the galaxy, freeing horse mountain goats. I got better things to do.
Yeah, Jar Jar. He would be a cool roommate.
Nobody said I can't.
He's probably
have
a good cook.
dungeon built in my basement and lock him up down there.
He's probably a good cook.
All right. This will have to be our last one. We're running out of time.
Okay.
Would you rather wear Jedi robes or Stormtrooper garb for life?
Jedi robes.
Those look max comf.
Yeah, it's a robe.
Yeah, bathrobe for life.
Bathrobe.
I'm not gonna lie, those robes look very comfortable. Also, they're supposed to be loose fitting so that you can be active.
Also, it's you can wear the over robe if you want. You don't have to.
I feel like it's more versatile as well.
Yeah.
More environment.
And
friendly.
Stormtrooper armor is mass produced and it's not very dependable, I feel like. Like, I don't really understand why there's even armor to be honest. Like at some point, it's just useless. It's just,
Plastic boy.
so yeah, I'll take Jedi robes for the
Jedi
win.
robes for 10, please.
All right, well, I think, did we get through most of them?
We got through most of them. There's probably 7 or 8 we didn't get to.
Lightning round.
Okay, yeah, let's go.
Let's see if I can find them all.
We're not going to explain anything. We're just going to go.
You're just going to have to beat it because I skipped over some.
Okay.
Would you rather use a Stap or Scout Speeder to chase down an enemy?
Stap.
Scout speeder.
Okay, would you rather be a decoy for the Queen of Naboo or the Queen of Naboo hiding as a handmaiden and can't say anything?
I'd rather be Queen of Naboo that can't say anything because the handmaidens die.
Yeah, I'd rather be the Queen of Naboo because you end up being the Queen of Naboo afterward.
Okay. We already did Jabba's host slave. Hang on. Oh, would you rather be a Mon Calamari or a Thorian?
Ithorian. 4 throats. You can scream your head off.
And you get a cool voice.
Yeah. But I don't have to sound like this.
Alright, would you rather go against Crate's one Sith faction?
Put your freaking phone away.
Let's just run with it.
Okay, against the one Sith or the Sith Triumvirate?
Go.
I think,
Oh my god.
Like versus, I'm gonna go triumvirate.
I just can't put myself against the Hylists in any situation.
I've just got to kill the mask.
I would.
Got Jim Carrey in here.
But they're. Oh
guns.
my god. The problem is the one Sith. There's like a million of them. It's like Crate, then Nile, then Malival, then Talon, then the list goes on forever.
Yeah, I'm going triumvirate.
I guess I'm going to try Triumvirate because if I can turn them against themselves, it's less work.
Good.
but you're going to die either way.
All right, last one. Would you rather fight a Rancor again,
Okay.
or beat a Wookiee in Dejark?
That's pretty funny.
That's pretty funny.
I'll take my chances against a Wookiee. Maybe I'll get a mild-mannered Wookiee.
I think the idea is they're for sure going to pull your arms off.
Yeah.
Then I get robot arms. I win.
Oh, you know what? We're in Star Wars. I'll take the Wookiee because I'll take my chances. Hopefully it's a John Candy Wookiee and he's happy and go lucky. And if it pulls my arms off, then I can get like crazy Kevin Durant mechanical arms.
I can have arms like Bucky Barnes, but both of them.
Nice.
Yeah.
Winter Soldier.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll take it.
All right.
Well, there you go. Would you rather Star Wars? Hope you guys enjoyed this. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends, and may the Force be with you.
And remember, you
don't
don't
have-
get a
you don't get a
choice
choice in this one.
on Would You Rather, because the only family you have here is me.
See you guys next week.